I've had over the years, there's been, I mean, I can't even tell you how many things have happened to clients. I have a lot of clients who won't come in here anymore. I have to go to their house for it. Yeah.
That's just sad.
Are you excited, Mom?
I'm so excited. I wanted to go on another ghost hunt with you guys for a long time.
So how do you guys know Kurt once again?
I just know him. He's older than me, but I know him from having the theater and then an upholstery business. And so one of my friends had him reupholster some things for her. So that's how I know him. But he's from this area.
Think it's gonna be spooky?
Yes.
Because me and you have been there before, right?
Yes.
But Peyton has never been.
No, it's an experience.
How do you feel, honey?
Excited.
You've never been here before.
No.
What do you think it's gonna be like?
I don't know. Is it actually kind of like dilapidated, or is it?
Some parts, yes, for sure.
And the basement's creepy.
It's all pretty creepy. I'm not gonna lie. The whole place has got a
Expecting
vibe.
it to be good.
Any last words? Any final words?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. As you can see, we're out in the very boondocks, barren plains of North Dakota, where Mary was raised.
Out in the middle of nowhere, like you said when you were little.
Yep, out in the middle of nowhere.
Purple and white.
Oh, lilac bushes. And they smell so good.
How are you gonna get around this?
I could pass it, but we're almost up to the corner. Oh, but they are moving over for me.
There you go.
What does that do?
Jesus Christ. There he goes.
Thanks.
So here's North Dakota. How many buildings, how many businesses here?
Oh my gosh. The liquor store, maybe the post office, and then the grain elevator.
So there's about 4 businesses in town.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so fun.
It's such a cool building.
Ugh.
I honestly just wonder how he came to be the owner of it.
I know, that'll be
living in there.
interesting to ask him.
Mm-hmm.
That's way bigger than I thought it would be.
Yes.
Yeah, see, it's 3 stories.
Oh my gosh. That's where people say
That's where they see it. Right there.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
He lives alone in here.
Yes. This is very cool.
I remember the first time that we came here when he was smoking his cigarette out here.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was funny.
Yeah. They're like, oh, Kurt.
Like, Kurt.
Hello.
Hello, my friend. No, you can just... Thoughts?
Excited.
Me too. Hey! Good!
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Hey!
How's it
Good. Hi, this is
Colin's
my girlfriend Peyton.
Peyton, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you too.
We have craft beer.
Oh, fabulous. Cool.
This is pro.
Oh, Colin, I just did something. I hit this button. What is it? I'm not sure. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Well, I'll just have you introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm Kurt. I live in the old schoolhouse in North Dakota.
So, started off, how did you get to be living here?
Actually, I was living in Phoenix. I grew up in North Dakota, in Mayville, North Dakota. I was living in Phoenix, and the summers I just hated them. So I actually kind of came on an expedition looking for a really tiny little country house to spend the summers in. We looked at several small towns. A friend of mine was with me, and we just happened to drive by this. And the mayor of Cleveland at the time, he was out in his yard. I didn't know he was the mayor. I just asked him if the school was, for sale. It kind of caught my eye, and so he sent over someone who had a key. My friend Zach and I walked through the building. It was pretty disgusting. Most of the windows were broken, and the roof had been leaking all over the place. And we actually looked down in the basement with a flashlight, and at some point the basement had been flooded, and the band uniforms had kind of floated around, and then it dried up. So it looked like a bunch of dead bodies laying in the basement.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
I don't know what it was, but the place just I think it just tricked me into being the janitor. It made me fall in love with it. I got out to the car with my friend. We closed the car doors, and I said, I'm gonna buy that thing. And my friend said, are you crazy? So I bought it, and then went back to Phoenix. I came back the next summer and started working on it.
So how long have you been here?
I bought it in 1998, and I moved in 1999.
Bought it 20 years ago this year.
Yeah, 20
That's
years ago.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
And it's had several incarnations, since then, but yeah.
What else has it been?
I had the dinner theater here for, I think I opened that in 2000. It seated 300 people, and where the upholstery shop is now was the bar. It was really pretty. It was had an old 1935 Art Deco bar in there. It seemed like it was kind of like the last hurrah for all the people that went to school here. Because I looked at the mailing list for the dinner theater last year, and a little over half of all the clients that used to come to the dinner theater regularly are dead now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was an older clientele, but yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they really loved it. And that was fun to see.
So before you bought the school, was there I don't want to say rumors, but were there people talking about the school being haunted?
Yeah, I'm thinking probably. I've never heard anybody say anything directly, but there used to be a big stage set on the stage, and between the beer bottles and the condoms behind the stage set, there were little notes on the back sides of the walls and stuff about spooky things, and yeah, so.
So what's the actual history of this building? Because Nona and I looked up the Clifford School, and there's a different one that burned down.
Yeah, there was one here. It's built on top of that one. This was built by the WPA in 1935 during the Depression. It was kind of state of the art for the time. All the wiring is in conduit.
So when did it stop being a school?
1992.
92 was last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it only sat empty for 6 years before I bought it, but it had been vandalized very badly in that time.
And people broke in. And...
Yeah. They even, I think the mayor even welded the doors shut in the back of the building. There used to be metal doors back there and stuff. When I bought it, none of the sewer worked because there had been kids sitting on the roof there's rocks on the roof, to cover the rubber, keep the sun off of it. Somebody had sat up there and filled 40-foot tall pipes full of rocks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So I was up there with a shop vac for like a week, pulling out rocks, a little bit at a time with the long extensions and that, yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It was, yeah.
Wow.
Even found shoes in there, and yeah.
So why do you think that the building is haunted? What kind of energy do you think is here?
I think honestly, I think it's most of it is people who really had good experiences here and who have already passed away. So there's a couple of things that are kind of creepy, but most of them are pretty happy, it seems like. So I'm always happy when other people hear it. Because when I first bought it, I heard things and I thought, oh my God, I'm not telling anybody because they're going to put me on Thorazine. But I've had, over the years, there's been, I mean, I can't even tell you how many things have happened to clients. I have a lot of clients who won't come in here anymore. I have to go to their house for everything. A lot of people have quit working for me because of things that happen in the house. And, not bad things, it just scared them, or caught them off guard.
Like,
So,
what kind of stuff happened to those people that would make quit?
one girl quit. She was just working for me part-time, kind of filling her time, between jobs and stuff. And she came to take apart furniture for the upholstery shop. I bought her all new tools. I had a really difficult project for her to do. And she stood in the middle of the gym and exclaimed that she did not believe in ghosts at all. And when she went to work in the gym, then all of her brand new tools were missing. And so we had to scrounge up all the old stuff that's dull and takes longer to work with. And she finished the project and came running upstairs, and she said she heard a noise behind her in the shop, and the minute she finished working on her thing, which took her like all day, because she was using old stuff, the new tools were all on the bench behind her after she finished. Wow. So she hasn't been back. The FedEx guy from years and years ago, the dinner theater was running. It was wintertime. I was on the second floor, so I saw the truck pull up. He used to come in where the kitchen was for the dinner theater and walk through the bar to come upstairs. He never came. I saw the truck. He never came upstairs for like 10 minutes. So I went looking for him, and I met him in the staircase. And he said, I said, oh God, I was worried about you. I thought maybe you slipped and fell down here. Because a lot of times you'd come in from the cold with snow on your shoes and get on that tile floor, which is warm, and people would slip. And he said, oh no, I was just talking to the bartender. And I just said, well, you and I are the only two people in the building. And he's like, no, he's down here. And so I brought him down there, and it was dark in the bar. The fireplace was going, but it was dark in there, and he got pretty shook up. So after that, he would just pull up to the front door and lay on the horn. He wouldn't come in the building anymore.
So what else has happened to you? Like, what happens regularly to you while you live here?
Oh, I mostly hear things. Other people see things and stuff. But I'll hear people talking and things like that. It's pretty random. A lot of times, it's a lot of different people. So one time when I just put the new air conditioning in, the gym was empty, the floor had just been refinished, and it was like 100 degrees outside. So I put a chair out in the middle of the floor, a big easy chair, to soak up the air, and I fell asleep on the chair. So I don't know if it was a dream or what, but I heard a man and a woman standing on each side of me behind the chair, and the man said, would you look at that? And the woman says, yeah. Sleeping in the middle of the day. So you hear a lot of things like that, but sometimes they're a little judgmental.
So you said creepy. What does that mean about creepy energy that you?
Oh, there's one that's kind of mean. So that one, if you ever smell it smells like, I don't know, menthol or Bengay or something. Your feet get really cold and the hair stands up in the back of your neck. That one's kind of mean. So. Just leave. Yeah.
Like how so?
I don't know. It just seems angry. But at the dinner theater, there was a couple sitting in the booth on the north wall on the east side of the gym, and they came back to the kitchen. And the show was going, so it was all low lights in the gym. They came running back through the bar to the kitchen and asked me if the house was haunted. I just said, why? What happened? And they said some man came and sat down between them. And then just disappeared. Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be kind of shocking.
It was, yeah.
Sits down and just.
Yeah. 2 summers ago, a friend of mine used to come up from Phoenix to work for a few months every summer, or like a month or 6 weeks or something like that. First year he stayed here in the house, and he was sleeping in the principal's office. A lot of times when people come and stay, I'll put him in there because it's a smaller room. It's not so intimidating. You can close the door. And anyway, I heard a bunch of noise at 2:30 in the morning. And I got up from my room downstairs and I hollered and he didn't answer. It sounded like a lot of doors slamming. And, like you can hear the glass in the doors rattle, when they slam. And so I got dressed and I came upstairs, and he was standing in the doorway of that bedroom, and he asked if it was me when I came up the stairs. And I said, yes. I said, what are you doing up here? And he goes, well, what are you doing down there? I heard doors slamming. I said, well, we better check. I said, maybe somebody's in the house. And he goes, well, I can't get out of the room. And I said, you know, there was a thing in the door and it wouldn't let me out. And I started laughing, and I said, oh, well, there's nobody alive in the house. I said, you just had a visitor. But he said it was like a red-gray blob and wouldn't let him through the door. So
Red-gray blob?
Yeah, more like a light, not like a blob. But
interesting.
Yeah, but then the next morning when we went up, the attic door above his bed was ripped off. So it was probably pretty lucky it didn't fall on him.
Yeah.
And then the next year when he came up, he brought a camper and he wouldn't sleep in the house.
So none of this bothers you?
No, I'm just kind of used to it. But I'm more used to it now. So yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore. But
More positive energy here?
it's way more positive than negative. So yeah.
Is there any area in the whole building that you think is more active than
The gym, a lot of times, is the girls' bathroom in the basement, which I just don't go down there anymore. That always kind of freaked everybody out all the time. There's a blind corner there, though, and I don't know if that's why people get freaked out when they go down there, but my dog wouldn't go in there. He would walk through the whole basement and go the other way, but he wouldn't go down the front steps and turn that corner. So he literally backed up the staircase. So
So there's just, the basement kind of is a...
yeah, well, most of the basement's fine. It's just that one corner, like going into the girls' bathroom, that's weird. So, yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think it might just be the blind corner. There really is like a really blind corner going down in there. And, when I let the customers use it, I made sure it was extremely well lit. But yeah, I haven't been down in there. I probably maybe go in that room like once a year now. So,
A little spooky?
yeah, it still spooks me a little bit.
Yeah.
It's really gross now because I haven't cleaned it, and it's, somebody tore it all apart when I was away. But
Well, I think we're good with the interview. That's
Okay.
perfect, dude. Thank you so
Oh, you're
much.
welcome.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm excited now.